And we are live. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. We are HoGaLe's once more. We are reunited. Just to let you guys know, some of you would have been expecting Linda G, but she just sent me an email and she's not been able to make it today, unfortunately. And I think she's busy with stuff, and also as well when there's more people on the show, and I think she felt like she didn't want to clash or anything like that. Bless her. So
and it's
anyway,
also her one day off with family, so it was very kind of her to fill in last week.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, really kind. So Linda, we love you, of course, and we look forward to having you back on the show. But the powers are here. We have an action-packed show for you guys. I'm telling you, the questions that have come in have just been off the chart, and it's going to be a combination of one card pulls with some of the things we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at Mitch McConnell, MTG, Netanyahu, Ivanka's perfume, the whole shebang.
She has a perfume.
Yes. And one of the reviews, I won't read it now, when we get to that question, is absolutely astonishing, but it's from 2017, but it's a real eye-opener. Cool. So before we start, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content here, and as well the ladies' informations for their channels are in the video description as well, and of course hit the bell notification so you always know when we've got stuff up. Lady G, how are things? How are the pups? How's it going?
As you can hear, all's quiet on the Western Front over here at the moment. So
I told you just have to sedate them.
Yeah. That's it. Just put a little drugs in their goodies. And no, but last week what happened, I had just gotten Lily Boom Boom and they were just bark fest all day, and I was going, oh my God, but no, they pretty much settled down. Now hopefully we don't have a wrestling match during, but we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Okay, ladies, are you ready to begin?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, now this one, oh, thank you, Lucky, thank you for your donation. This one is a really interesting question, and about 5 or 6 people asked the same thing.
Yeah, so that's always interesting.
Have to look at this. So the people, so we've got Leo Take Through, Joanne, we've got Tragic Gallagher and others as well. Sidon Barandi, some of these names are extraordinary, but anyway, so someone said this big thing that is coming and we are being told to get physically fit. Can you tell us more, please? By the way, love your show and guests. Someone else said, question, there is talk of a big event in September that will change everything. What do you think this might be? And another addition to this was, can you do a reading on the 3 days of darkness? Have you heard about this? 3 days of darkness. A lot of talk.
I think I need 3 days of darkness because last night I thought the tequila was a good idea.
Oh.
Lena.
3 days of darkness would be good.
Indeed. So there's a lot of this talk. Now, as you guys know, let's pull cards on this question. In early September,
people are talking about this thing.
Yeah, what is this energy? What is this energy? What is the nature of it? You guys know I've already spoken about September at length, haven't I? I said, look, 6 planets are going to be retrograde on the 5th of September and Venus will be standing still. So it always means review, revise, reassess. But let's see what our cards pick up in regards to this question.
Oh. What's it about? Here we go.
And for anyone that's joining, Linda G wasn't able to make it today, folks. So sorry. But of course, we will have her back on the show. And as Lena was saying, she is a busy lady. Saturdays are only day off. So Bless her.
Oh, no, here we go. The tequila stories are starting to come in. Okay.
Oh, yeah. What are they saying, Lena? I'm filling.
I feel your pain. Okay, wasn't it? What is this about?
I'm so careful with tequila now. I've got some tequila stories myself. And
Well, yes.
What's this energy?
Oh.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Who's ready to go first?
I could go. Here we go.
Go for it, Lena.
All right. I'm using 2 decks. I'm using One World and I'm using the Japaridze deck, which is a beautiful deck, but it's not that easy to read. I just think not for beginners, but it is a gorgeous looking deck. Anyway, I got big cards. So here we have the Judgment. So famously, my Wake Up America card. And I think it's getting to the pointy end of cycles in America. And I think something has to give here. One of the elements with the Hangman, apart from getting a different perspective here, is some sacrifice will be asked for people to actually do it. It's going to be very confusing for people. So I think that's why people who watch these sort of channels and things like this may have a bit of a head start, because I think for the general public, it's going to be massively confusing. I've got death and I've got war, something, but I think this is interesting. So I think it's a big game changer on the horizon. And there's a Queen of Wands here. We shouldn't get too hung up on gender with these cards. It could be a man, but I think it is a female energy, something to do with war and a scandal about war and women and the war on the environment and a war on women's bodies and this sort of thing. So that's my take on it. It's going to involve women, but whether this is Ukraine or something else, we're going to hear that. We have to stand up, the time of judgment. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Lady G, what do you have?
Well, what I have is, first of all, this is something we're struggling with, and it's about control, wanting to control. Above it, we have the message, the mind, the messages coming out in the foundation. People are feeling, like they've just been through it. At the center, it's going to cause people to come together more. It's going to affect the population, and it's going to be rapidly. The challenge is to share something of benefit with others so that we can come out with a victory.
Yeah.
So I think it's causing people to really look at things more deeply and get more involved.
You froze there, Lady G. Oh, you're right now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, didn't hear what you said.
Oh no, it was just a mini freeze. Yeah, I've got interesting cards as well. I'm just gonna dive in. So the cards I get, look, 7 of Swords. So there is a sense of
both of you ladies, energy.
Yeah, this battling, maybe skullduggery, something under the surface. I think there's very much a sense, a lot of us are picking up, aren't we? Something under the surface. We can't put our fingers on it, but it's like this big shift. And I did a live the other night, and I was speaking about the energy, and I was talking about needing more sleep and feeling the retrograde planets. So many people said, I need more sleep. I feel like something is going on. So there's a sensation that there's movement here, something under the surface. Look at the next card I get the death card as well. So we all know as well, the death card isn't always literally death, but it certainly means transformation. If we look here, let's remember with the death card, the king is trampled underfoot, and the wife or the queen is pleading there with her child, and so is the priest, but the transformation comes anyway. So there might be some changes in leadership, global leadership perhaps, maybe a big beast of the political world may be taken down in some way, or there's some kind of change. But that's how I'm seeing it there. The next card I get, 5 of Wands, but reversed. So we know that this 5 of Wands, when it's the right way up, it's about disagreements. It's about people pulling, or argy-bargy, as Lena would say. When it's the opposite way, it can actually mean trying to come together in some kind of way. Yeah. So I think that is tying in with the energy of Lady G and Lena. There might be a big event that may force people to come together. Yeah. When I look here, the next card, I've got the Page of Swords. This can also be known as the spy in the camp, or the whistleblower. So could there be some big international story, some bit of information that comes out and everyone's like, oh, you know, I don't know. It's quite interesting. And look, the outcome card, I've got the moon, but in reverse. So we may not find out till the last minute, folks. I can't say exactly what's going to happen around that early part of September, but there are a lot of planets retrograde. So it's going to be something big. And I don't know. I think that's the best I can add to it. Anything else to add to that, ladies, before we change?
No.
All right. Oh, you going to say something?
No, my brain hasn't quite arrived. I'll let you know when it kicks in.
No problem. Let's go to question number 2. Okay, we're going to jump in our esoteric airplane, and we're going to go to Israel, and we're going to go to Netanyahu. Now, this person, bear with me, folks. You can see here they've written quite a lot. I'll just try and quickly get through it.
Yeah.
So this is coming from CC Ryder. Question on Benjamin Netanyahu. Oh my God, I can't even say anything. So Benjamin passed laws weakening Israel's highest court and is threatening to fire the Attorney General, who said they might rule if he is unfit to replace him. On November 21st, 2019, Netanyahu was officially indicted for breach of trust, accepting bribes and fraud, leading him to legally relinquish his ministry portfolios other than prime minister. Netanyahu's trial in the Jerusalem District Court began on May 24th, 2020. And as of June 2023, the criminal trial is still ongoing. And the question is, will Netanyahu be taken down by opposition forces or the rule of law?
Oh, love it. Love it.
Juicy.
Okay, Netanyahu. I mean, the people of Israel are rising up. The protests are huge.
Maybe that could also be part of the energies that we're picking up, alluding to the earlier question, you reckon? Maybe things like that.
It's got a bit of that vibe, hasn't it? Netanyahu.
This guy has to be one of the most slippery people in all of politics. Honestly, he can teach Duck L'Orange a few lessons. I'm sure he has.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh, interesting. Who's ready to go?
Well, go, Lady G.
Go for it.
Okay, well, at the center of it, he's been deceptive, so now he's got his cross to bear. He's having these difficulties. The young people are saying now that his luck is short term, And the challenge now is the key to the things that he's written, that he's done. Now with the other one for his long term, he's tied up and he is being overturned. Okay.
Oh,
so
look
he
at
is
that.
Ah,
yeah,
love that.
he's out. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Lena, what do you have?
Well, he's bitten off more than he can chew here. I think he thought there'd be a bit of a rumble and he'd just push this legislation through. But he's balancing on a tightrope now, right? This card is interesting in the Japaridze deck. It's like, if you think of standing on an upturned umbrella, it's an extremely unstable place to be. And it's sort of saying if he protects himself this way, he'll still be in trouble this way. It's really hard for him to emerge from this. He gets the 5 here, the 5 of Wands. It could be a fight to the death symbolically. Who is going to win here? And the World card. The world is going to be impacted in a major way by how this plays out in Israel. The implications ripple way beyond the state of Israel. Okay.
Very interesting. Do you have anything else, Lena, or are you good?
Well, yes, I think he's at risk. I don't see him actually going, but he's at risk. And then it's like any political body, the leader's the good guy until he starts to lose popularity, lose power, lose allegiances, and so on. He's greatly weakened than he was a month ago.
Very interesting. All right, so this is what I get for Netanyahu. So look, I get the what's that? The 8 of Swords as well here in reverse. So when the card's the right way up, this can talk about a person who's feeling trapped and imprisoned, and it's something of their own doing. Here, this can be talking about trying to get assistance from friends and all of this kind of stuff. So in a way, this is him doing his machinations, trying to weaken the court so he can reverse his sense of being imprisoned. Quite literally, that's what he's doing. That's how I interpret it. However, change of perspective, Hanged Man. I get the Hanged Man as well, and I think this uprising against him, it may have taken Netanyahu by surprise.
Yeah,
I think this has been a biggie, and it's been a big coordinated effort, because obviously the people in Israel realize what's at stake. We probably need a bit more of this around the world, don't we?
Yeah.
Here he is trying to maintain his position as emperor. Yeah, they're trying to keep his power, pulling this string and that string. I mean, it's extraordinary that these guys have more lives than cats. And Netanyahu is definitely one of them. I think he's on life number 11 now.
Yeah.
Let alone 9. So here he is in the middle trying to keep himself in power. But look what comes next. Here we get the 3 of Cups. Now we know when it's the right way up, that's a celebration, but this is seeming a little bit about
Yeah.
This is when you open all the doors and all the windows to let people know that the party is over. And I feel like there's a cold rush of cold air over Netanyahu's plans. And if we look here, look, the youth. This, of course, is pages are all about messages. Page of Wands talks about students and all this kind of stuff. And they're kind of, young people are not pleased. So I think they're going to be keeping their voices raised. And we will have to see what happens. But I think it's a bit, I agree with you and Lena and Lady G. I don't see him out, but I think he's been weakened by
Massively weakened.
Yeah, seems like it. Okay.
Oh, rest in peace, Sinead O'Connor. Bless.
Bless her. Bless her. Very troubled life, isn't it? Talented woman, but very very troubled, isn't it? Very, very troubled with Sinead O'Connor, but fabulous talent. And of course, we'll always remember her cover of Prince's song, Nothing Compares to You. Who can do a video like that anymore, where it's just face, black background, just singing? Genius. Yeah, genius. Iconic. Okay, are we ready for our first set of one-card pulls, ladies?
Oh, yes, please.
All right, so we're going into the mucky buckets here, and we're going to be talking about Mitch McConnell and MTG. Oh God, the stench coming off that woman is just absolutely extraordinary. It's just extraordinary. So Spirit Animal has asked, will Mitch McConnell step down? Obviously, we know about that very disturbing mini stroke. That was,
yeah,
that was just really weird. And
I almost had a moment of compassion for the man, but I pulled myself back.
I mean, it was really, because I was just like, my instinct was like, is he gonna die? I mean, it was really ominous, very strange. And then the person also asked, what will happen to MTG? So I thought we'd do some one-card pulls.
Yeah, sure.
One card on Mitch McConnell, and then we'll do one card for MTG. So Mitch McConnell, will he step down? One card pull. Gosh, Mitch. I just feel the turtle's laid all its eggs. It's time to leave. Time to return to the sea, old friend. All right, one card. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Okay.
So, Lena, how do you interpret your card?
Well, Biden's turned up. This is my Joe Biden card, the King of Cups. Excuse me. I think this gave Biden a bit of a shock. You know, sometimes someone might be your mortal enemy, like Mitch McConnell has been to the Dems and democracy for 40 years. But it was a moment. It was like a changing of the guard moment where Biden went, oh, because we're in such a mad world. McConnell isn't the worst of the worst, which was always his role, Dr. No. So, yeah, doesn't look good for Mitch.
Lady G, how do you interpret your card?
Well, I got the Knight of Cups, so he's going to be given an offer, but whether or not he takes it is another thing entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way I interpret my card with the 8 of Wands, the situation may be out of Mitch's control.
Yes.
Events may overtake.
Absolutely.
That's what I think. And I understand he's got some young buck in the wings, rearing, chomping at the bit to go. I can't remember what it's called, but to me it looks like events may overtake Mitch McConnell. Yeah. All right, let's do a one card pull on this. You know, you remember I introduced that new word, Trump blasphemy? Do you remember? That's what she did the other day, didn't she, in court? That was a Trump blasphemy. You know what? Not even Dr.Lena would do that. I don't even think he would even do that. That thing was just outrageous. If for anyone who doesn't know, she held up the pictures of Hunter Biden in compromising situations. I hope he sues her for every penny. But anyway,
absolutely.
That's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
But here she is, and she hasn't been pulled up by the McCarthy. Something like it's normal to show porn in the hallowed halls of Congress. I mean,
just beyond. Do you have your card, Lena?
Yes.
Okay. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Well.
I think she's running out of rope. That's hilarious.
Pretty strong card there. Anything else to add on to that? Or
well, yeah, that they keep on. She keeps doing the sword thing to herself. And they're running out of excuses, even for these belligerent, shallow, hollow, disgusting people who wouldn't have a value between them. They're running out of excuses.
Yeah. Lady G, how do you interpret your card?
Well, this is her life path. This is who and what she is and what she chooses to do. That's it.
Yeah.
That foolishness. And my one here. Oh, sorry, Lady G. Anything to add to that? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Okay. This one here is quite simple, isn't it? It's about the money. It's about the grift. It's about the grift. She sent out the newsletters and she's like, oh, I'm hoping that, Hunter Biden's dangly bits are gonna make me some more money. And they said that newsletter went out to absolutely everyone, by the way. So that means young people could have seen that as well. I just think, do you remember a few months ago, and I said MTG is going to do something really, really outrageous, which is just beyond the pale, and I think this is it. So yeah, she's looking at the grift, and we've got, just so you know, ladies, we've got 1,800.
Wow.
Awesome, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, I know a lot would have come for Linda G as well, but thank you for joining us here, and I hope you're finding the show entertaining. Right, are we ready for the next question, ladies?
Absolutely.
All right, so now we're on question number 4. We're doing quite well. So another one card pull. Oh, actually, I think we've got time to make this a full card pull, because this is actually really quite a serious one. All right.
Sorry, just before you start, Hogarth, thank you very much for that donation, Blue Moon Rising. That's very generous. Thanks.
Oh, thank you, guys, for all the support. So this question's coming from Linda Boitier, and she's put here, dear Huggy team, will any third-party candidate like No Labels split the Democratic vote in 2024, thus risking the win by you-know-who? And I just thought we have to have a pull on that. And I don't think one card is enough. So we'll do a full pull. We'll do a full pull. Great question.
Christy says MTG can go much lower. Probably true. She has no flaw.
Isn't it extraordinary when we think of politics now? Isn't it extraordinary, even with everything that we've seen? That for me was just like, wow, you went there. Like,
yeah,
it's just extraordinary. All right. So what they called again? No Labels.
Yeah, they're sinister.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was feeling. I just even get the shivers. Oh, No Labels. My God. Oh.
Oh, that's weird.
Very interesting. Right. Who's ready to go?
I can.
Go for it, Lena.
We've got to keep an eye on this mob. A very close eye. Okay. 4 cards, 3 major arcana.
Wow.
Here they are hiding in their magician's robes, because it's sort of a funky name. You know, this is what the right often does. It co-opts things that are superficially appealing to the left. So they're pretending to be someone they're not. They're rising as we speak. They get the Sun card. They're getting momentum.
Wow.
Beware the dangers. Beware the folly here, very much. Then the card of karma. And I think this isn't the karma so much of them or another third party. It's, once again, America is being called for every decent, thinking, caring, American to stand up at this time. This is an historic time. It's absolutely essential that the karmic wheel is encouraged to turn in a positive way instead of just spinning off into cyberspace. So I see it as more than a red flag. It's like, yet again, can people be duped yet again, like people were about Brexit, like people were about Trump? Are people going to fall for it again? This is a time to stand up.
Interessante.
Sorry, that's my last thought. This sun is on them at the moment, but they can be exposed. Who's funding them?
Okay, Lady G, what do you have?
Well, it's about, the control aspect that we are struggling with going into it. We have the karma card. We have somebody wanting to be a leader, to stand up, holding on, and it's going to come down to judgment. People are going to have to use their best judgment and see what it is.
And Lady G, that bear that you pulled, could that be a Russian bear by any chance?
Could be a Russian bear. Yes.
You know, that's their national animal.
Yes.
It's a bear.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see. All right, my card's quite interesting. 5 cards, 2 major arcana, but quite a lot of reversals. Here, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. When she's the right up, this means being dutiful and looking after the finances, prudence, etc. All of that kind of stuff, etc. But it's reversed, so we can really interpret that as probably the opposite. So, what this says to me, as Lena often reminds us, and many tarot readers as well, the pentacles aren't just money. It's also about values. So for me, it's almost like these are the values of this thing are reversed. It's not, it's presenting itself as values, but actually the card has come up upside down. If we look here, we've got the 9 of Wands. Yeah, so this is a canny player. This is someone who's gone through the battles, through the grift, through the war and stuff like that. So what this says to me is the motives of this can't be underestimated.
Yes, don't underestimate them.
Yeah, don't underestimate them. They're morally a bit sketchy and they are very, very determined. Here, the Temperance card. Now, we know normally the Temperance card is a nice card, but when we're talking about skullduggery, the way I've come to interpret this card is that someone is trying to change the balance.
Yep.
This card is all about balancing, but you see, it's also about alchemy. It's also about alchemy. So it's like they're trying to change the balance of the race. Maybe they're trying to change the balance of the Democratic vote. And it's almost like they're weighing up their chances. If we can reduce it enough, if we can do this chemistry enough, we might be able to neutralize something. But look who's in the background. You know, the 10 of Pentacles, it's always what? About the GOP, isn't it? Here it is reversed. So when the cards are right way up, this talks about legacies and all of this stuff and prosperity, etc. This can mean family infighting, scandals and squabbles, and a lot going on behind the scenes. So we might get some dirty laundry coming out, folks, particularly when we see the World card comes out, but also reversed. So when this card is reversed, obviously it's beginnings and endings, endings and beginnings. But here it can almost be the outcome can be a damp squib. It's like another like wah, 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 wah. So maybe they build up a bit of momentum, I think, in their efforts to change the balance. But some dirty linen, something, you know, these GOP, they can't keep themselves in. Something will come out, and the result hopefully will be a bit of a damp squib. Anything else to add to that, ladies?
No.
Okay, fingers crossed. All right, let's see, what was that? So we did that. Let's go to number 5. Oh, we're doing well. Oh, this is a Melania.
Oh,
This is a Melania.
it's funny already.
And let's pull some cards on her. So here, Teresa Pakulski and Cynthia have asked a similar question. So they've said here, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, Melania Trump's senior advisor, says Melania was aware and in agreement with all of Trump's White House crimes, including Jan 6. Is this true? And if so, will she be indicted for it? Yeah, will she be indicted for it?
Okay.
The card that leapt out, the magician. Well, she's certainly working on some stuff.
Melania.
So, will she be indicted? Melania. Ooh. Very interesting.
Will I go?
Go for it, Lena.
Yeah. Interesting. Here she is, the Queen of Gardens. Do you remember when she turned the beautiful gardens of the White House into a pet cemetery? Remember, she did that, like, it's disgusting, but that's her. She's a smoldering volcano. Okay. Not even a full-blown one, but smoldering. In other words, she has information that she's sitting on.
Yeah.
The devil, look, I think equal opportunity. She is her own devil in this. I don't think it's necessarily being allied to the delinquent, lecherous, irresponsible, hideous husband. I think this is her very own devil. I think she's already been approached or questioned. This is the baptism of fire type energy. Wow. And they made her an offer, which she wasn't mad about. And then she came to an agreement so she wouldn't be prosecuted. I think they've already hauled her in.
Wow. Oh, God, that's juicy, isn't it? That's very interesting. Lady G, what do you have?
Well, the clock is ticking about the path where she's going and what's coming up. Now, at the center of it, we have the Justice Department. And she has been hung up, overturned because of her things with the government, knowing what happened that day. Going into it, she feels a bit embattled, but she's got to, temper things and balance it. The challenge is working on this and going forward rapidly. So I agree with Lena. She's played Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hadn't seen that before.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? And guess what? My cards are saying something similar as well. I think we might be onto something here, ladies. Might be onto something. So the card symbolizing Melania, here we are. 10 of Cups, but reversed.
Sorry for that.
We know when the card, well, no, is it 9 of Cups? Sorry, 9 of Cups. But when the card's the right way up, it's the wish fulfillment, yeah? The smug merchant and stuff like that. But when it's reversed, it's almost like all of the wine has spilt on the floor. All of your investments that you made, you sent out your spice ship to go to the far rare islands and you find that the ship has sunk or all the goods are rotten. So here's Melania sitting here going, oh, God, can you believe I married this man and look at the situation I find myself in. So in regards to legalities, here she is. She's had to get the begging bowl out. She's had to negotiate, definitely. She's probably had to talk about the money, where things went, And I think sometimes she likes to present herself as the benefactor, doesn't she, with her NFTs? Do you remember the ones? Pictures of her eyes. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I never looked at them.
It was fascinating. But so who is playing who here? I think
Yeah.
Melania likes to present herself as this, but when it comes to the law, I think it's much more like these two characters down here. She's had to kind of beg and grovel a little bit. And what emphasizes this is the middle card.
Ah.
The death card returns, yeah. The king is trampled underfoot, and is that little Melania there praying and begging? And could that, with her son, ooh, spare me, spare me. So I think she's had to be kind of dragged in there a little bit, and has probably had to say a thing or two. What also adds to this? Look at the next card, Knight of Cups. Maybe she has been made an offer. Maybe she made an offer. Maybe they've made an offer to her. Isn't that interesting? And then the outcome card, Five of Swords. Yeah, so we know this is talking about abuse of power, stuff like that in the past. Yes, sometimes you can interpret this as the opposite of an abuse of power, but really this isn't. I think this is really still maintaining its same meaning, because we know this is what, Jan 6th, all of that kind of stuff. Look, she was the wife. Of course she knew what was going on. Of course she knew what was going on. And I think when her aide asked her, would you like to send a tweet to ask people to leave the capital, she just wrote back, no.
That's right.
Anything else to add to that, ladies?
Well, yeah, just that if she's hanging in to maximize her alimony or whatever, my advice, Melania, I said, love, I said, pet, get out, because she'll be left with half the debt. There will be nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah. I'm surprised she's still there. She needs to dust off her Louis Vuittons that she's had packed since she entered the White House, in a secret stash somewhere. Take her passport. She's got international citizenship. She can go with her son.
Marriage has actually lasted longer than many American marriages. Why on earth is she still there?
It's extraordinary. It really, really is. And we've got over 2,000 with us this evening. Thank you guys for joining us, and I hope you're enjoying the show. All right, let's talk about Madame Ivanka and this perfume.
Oh, it's funny already. Let's do it.
So here, Sarah Hellish has said, hi et al. Just checked. Ivanka's perfume is reportedly selling like hotcakes on Amazon. Is this true, and who is buying it, and for what reason? We're also going to ask Shakespeare on this. And as you muse that, ladies, I went to actually check out Amazon. I went and had a look, and this is what it said. It says here, where is it? Here we are. It says currently unavailable. Currently unavailable, because I think it has sold out. There is a review on here which is absolutely hilarious. I encourage you guys to check it out for yourself. And it's from, obviously it's a made-up name, but verified purchase, it says, giving it 5 stars. And it says this person is just a farmer of memes. Now, this was in February 22nd, 2017. I'll read a little bit of the review, but you have to read the rest of it for yourself, because it is hilarious. So this person says, this item has the Trump name on it, which makes it intrinsically sweet and worth 5 stars by itself. But once my lady tried it on, that's when the magic happened, folks.
Oh, no, that's so written by the PR department.
Oh, my God. And then it goes on to say they check into a hotel, and then the man out of breath is palpitating. And you got to read it, guys.
How hilarious. No,
so,
Deb here says SNL called her perfume complicit.
that would be a good one. Who else? Let's see here as well. Someone else said, I'll click up their comment. They said here, 1 minute, they said Hieroglyphic Tribute says, truth in advertising, Ivanka should name her perfume Grift to Excess.
Yes, love that.
So one of my instincts is, we'll see what the cards say, but obviously these are, you know, they're Trump supporters, yeah, who would be buying it, obviously.
Yeah,
but
totally.
shall we see what the cards say? And then
Oh, sorry, someone else suggests it's called sedition.
Oh, I love that. That's perfect. Sedition. Whenever you need a little excitement in life. I'm just seeing Ivanka, you know, like Elizabeth Taylor.
Sedition by Ivanka. Oh, this is
side
hilarious.
profile with some chiffon scarf, you know,
Oh,
blowing.
yeah, that's right.
So we'll ask Shakespeare as well. So ladies, what do we think? What is behind these rocketing sales of Ivanka's perfume? It got 4.3 stars out of 5, by the way.
Well, you do if you get your minions to press the buttons all day and all night.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
True. But it's really interesting. Some of the reviews are quite old, but you've got to check out that review I mentioned. It is hilarious. One of the funniest things I've ever read.
And our Robichaud said, I always read the negative reviews first on Amazon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good consumer tip.
It's true.
Okay, what's behind these sales?
Oh, how interesting. Oh, well. Who's ready to go?
I can go.
Yeah.
Go for it, lady.
What's moving forward? Who's moving it are those that wish they had her life. Okay. Yeah, it's the wannabe, Ivanka wannabes there. At the center of it, this was worked on. A number of people collaborated in making this. But going into it, the harvest is not going to be as great as they wanted. Right now, she's just kind of browbeating people to buy it. It's, again, another con. The challenge is what? Okay, nasty boo-boos here. And again, it's something she's trying to get away with, the theft. So, yeah, no, it's not fabulous. The ones that are buying it are the Magatonians that say, we're wearing Ivanka.
Oh. Oh, I got the devil too.
Oh, what do you have?
Oh,
Lena?
this is interesting. So I did 2 of each deck. So this has been forced through.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
You too. Yeah, there we go. And you too can be like me.
Yes.
I'm just a normal working woman. That's if you don't count, you know, the cooks and the gardeners and the pool boys and the au pairs and the drivers, you know. I understand you, and you can be like me.
Yeah.
Okay. I suspect it smells like hell. This is an industrial process. Right. The actual one. You know, with half the laboratory blowing up.
That's her in the laboratory. Is that me? Oh, God.
This is making Ivanka's perfume. And the devil. I mean,
wow.
But
smells like
sin. Isn't that sublime?
Wow.
Yeah, it smells like hell. It's fabulous.
It smells like hell.
I cannot believe you got that card. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. It's so funny, isn't it? What comes out. So here we are. What do I get? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. So here we are. Here's Ivanka having a spin. Yeah, having a spin. Putting it out there, probably doing her best to help Daddy Dearest and herself. And, you know, there you are. It just goes to show infamy sells as well as other things, doesn't it? It's just how it is. Just how it is. But here we are. She's there in the Wheels of Fortune. Here's literally her with her crucible, yeah, with her brew.
Yeah.
There she is. She's like, right, what can I cook up here? What can I cook up here? And she's probably actually on the phone, actually, to the supplier. She's like, get more of that stuff out. Don't you see I'm out of stock on Amazon? Yeah. But this is her literally cooking up a scent, because anything could be in here. It could be a crucible of abominations, as Lady G would say, or there could be sweet perfume in there. Who knows? But this is certainly Ivanka. Look, it's all about what? The money, the grift. There it is. She's just knocked together a few chemicals. They said it's got a sweet and spicy scent, but from Lena's card, it looks like there's a lot more going on in there.
Someone said a review said it smells like gasoline.
So here it is. There she is. Where with the graft? Yeah, there with the graft. Forcing through this new idea. Yeah, she's whipping everyone backstage. She's like, get those bottles out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she wants a fertile new beginning and stuff like that. And, you know, notoriety also sells. And for my outcome card, 3 of Wands with her. Fascinating, isn't it? So this is her kind of prospecting and stuff like that. Look, it's one of these things. Will it fully go anywhere? Is it going to be enough to keep Daddy out of jail? I don't think so, but she's going to make a buck while she can, folks.
So Foggy Ozark says maybe it has a hint of Novichok. You know, the Russian assassination poison.
Before your septum falls out, yeah? You know, and all your teeth.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my goodness. Well, believe it or not, ladies, we've... oh, wait, we've got to ask. Let's ask Shakespeare what he thinks of the perfume. Sorry, I forgot. And then we've probably got time for one more.
Yep.
Who called last time?
It was Linda G, so I think it's Lady G's turn.
Oh, okay, Lady G. All right, let's see what Shakespeare, what the bard thinks of Ivanka's perfume. All right, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Mm. Oh.
Oh.
This is interesting. So look, this is what the bard has to say. Reading from this page here. A fortune teller, a needy, hollowed-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a living dead man. And that's from A Comedy of Errors. And on the other page, it also says something interesting as well. It says, I do desire we may be better strangers. Yeah, which is from As You Like It.
That's a good tagline for a perfume.
Yeah, that has a kind of a repelling quality. You spray it on and people go, oh my God, that's that Ivanka stuff. But isn't that interesting? A fortune teller, a needy, hollowed-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a living dead man. So it's suggesting it may have sold out, but it's not going to be enough to keep Daddy out of jail. Wow. Okay, ladies, we've got time for one more question. And this one's come in, and it's a really simple one. If we've done the daughter, we've got to do the father, haven't we? We've got to do the father. Oh my God. Question here is from, oh gosh, I've scribbled through the email. Lo Lahera. Forgive me if I butchered that.
Lola.
Yeah, Lola Hera, something like that. Question: will Trump escape to Saudi Arabia? Preface: Linda G knows Sterling. Of course, we all know who Sterling and Linda G is, of course. Who is the only one who consistently sees Duck Larange escaping. So, also as well.
Actually, Dave from Moonrise too. He's in the escape camp.
Yeah, and I've said that as well for years as well. I think it will. I see him, if he does, going to like some golf tournament and stuff like that and never coming back. But we'll have to see. So will he try to escape? Let's pull on that. Duck Larange tried to escape. Doesn't he have a big golf tournament coming up soon? Sure,
what is golf? The Saudis and some of the other Middle Eastern oil states have basically bought golf. They're in the process of buying soccer. You know, they're killing world sport for a living. It's dreadful. Will he escape?
Oh,
I can go if you like.
Yeah, go for it. Oh gosh, wow, my gosh, go for it, Lena.
Look, we've got out in the cold, we've got the Chariot, and I thought, well, maybe he is. The problem, I think, for Trump with this King of Pentacles, it's like he's used to dominating his own world, and such a thing would require other people making decisions about where he was going, because you could give the man a map of the world, he wouldn't know where Tennessee was, let alone Saudi Arabia, right? So someone else would have to make those decisions. And part of his brain is, yes, I could take flight. But look at my last card from the Japaridze. These are bats in a tree, not going anywhere. I have to say, I've never been in the Trump leaving camp. My logic for this, outside of cards, is he's a 70-something-year-old American man. So it might be great to spend 5 days in the Middle East, but he would hate it.
Yeah.
Cayman Islands, he's not a sun worshipper. I think he would hate being out of the rest of America.
Yeah.
But what did you guys get?
Lady G, what do you have?
Well, he's been talking to friends about possible future.
Yeah.
So, he's been contemplating it. But at the center, we have the Judgment coming down. Above it, we have an ending. And below it, we have his facing the loss. Going into it, there are the secrets, and he's, of course, wanting to be in control, in charge. The challenge is the strength of his mental ideas. So I have never been in the camp either of him leaving. He may think about it, may want to.
Yep, I can just go.
But no, he's got no cachet with anybody.
Yes.
He's got no worth for anything.
No one wants him.
No.
Yeah. Fascinating. Okay. The cards I've got, again, chiming in with you, ladies. Look at this here. 7 of Pentacles. My goodness, he's been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on that. He's been thinking about it. But let's also remember as well, what is he? He's a malignant narcissist, yeah? And he's not going to get no attention out there in Saudi Arabia. Let me just tell you that. He'll be standing alone on the golf pitch with not much going on. And he'll have all of these arrest warrants that would get him the second he touches ground outside. And also as well, he'll be able to enjoy a bit of McDonald's, but that's going to be about it. So, but he's definitely thought about it, and he's probably pondering as well, a spoilt harvest. Look at the obstacle card. Oh dear. 10 of Swords, all these indictments. And now, betrayal and blah, blah, blah. You can imagine now with all the extra stuff with the tapes, he's in so much trouble. He is in so much trouble. If we look here, I think he's feeling a bit heartbroken. Obviously for him, it would be a shriveled raisin, but nonetheless, imagine this is a shriveled raisin with 3 cocktail sticks in it. I think he's really feeling it, isn't he? Bless him. Not bless him, but he is feeling it on an emotional level. It really is. Why?
Yeah, my feel. Oh, sorry.
Oh no. Okay, no problem. I'll quickly finish. But look, justice, obviously.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Good.
It's coming. It's all piling up. He's thinking, pondering, reminiscing. And now look, the last card, outcome card. We've got the 8 of Swords. A prison of his own making. This can sometimes literally mean confinement and prison. So,
I'd like to know, has Jack Smith or anyone else, has anyone asked him to hand over his passport as another criminal would be? Not yet.
Not yet. And he should, the fact that he even has his passport in his possession in of itself is an outrage considering what he's done. So he still technically has the option to go on his private jet, take a few of his retinue with him and fly off. He could still literally do it. I'm not saying it would succeed, but He has his passport. So, ladies, can you believe it? The hour's gone. It has gone. It has gone in a flash. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Thank you for all the donations. There's over 2,000 of you joined us this evening, so we really, really appreciate it.
Great.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, all of that jazz, and bell notification. Thank you, ladies, as well, for a fabulous show. I think the cards were sensational tonight. Lady G, lovely to have you back. And, of course, Lena as well, and joining us here even after your tequila-fueled things. Let's just put it.
Oh, look. We can all share our tequila stories. There you go. That's something to put in the comments. Yes.
Indeed, indeed. So thank you, everyone, so much for joining us this evening. Thank you all for the donations as well. They will, of course, be shared with the ladies. And we will see you next week. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you found that interesting. And check out that review that I was talking about on Amazon. It's on the US one. It's hilarious when he starts talking about the hotel and the panting man behind him. It's vintage. It's vintage. All right. We'll leave it there for now, folks. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.
Cheers.